Skate is back in a way no one expected. The second season has arrived, tearing up the asphalt with new tricks, insane events, and that vibe that made everyone fall in love with the game in the beginning. If you thought you'd seen it all, get ready, because this season is here to prove that skateboarding has truly been reborn. I'm Matthew, and the video is about to start. Season 2 of the 0.29.1 update for the game Skate brought a new cooperative mode called Own the Lot, which allows up to 4 players to team up to complete as many requirements as possible within a time limit of 2 to 5 minutes. This mode is focused on teamwork, where it is essential to collaborate and communicate to complete shared challenges and dominate the streets together. In addition, it rewards players with ticks, an in-game currency, which is delivered in a staggered manner depending on the team's performance, reaching up to 70 ticks per session. It also includes exclusive seasonal tasks that give additional rewards throughout the season. The great differential of the Own the Lot mode is that it encourages cooperation between friends, making the game more social and providing a more dynamic and competitive experience against the clock. It's interesting how it adds this layer of challenge, as the difficulty scales with the size of the group. This encourages gathering a full squad of 4 to really maximize the mode, making the experience more fun and strategic than trying to play alone, which the studio itself says is quite difficult. The inclusion of Own the Lot also brought improvements in communication within the game, with the addition of party voice chat and beacons, markers, facilitating coordination during matches on the San Vansterdam map. This implementation makes all the difference in the dynamics of the game, as it allows for better organization of the team, in addition to creating a more immersive and connected feeling with the other players. In addition to the cooperative mode itself, the exclusive seasonal tasks in Own the Lot expand the variety of daily and weekly challenges, prolonging the lifespan of the season and maintaining the interest of players to return to the game regularly. This task system also contributes to faster progression and better rewards, reinforcing the incentive to participate and dedicate to this cooperative mode. The update clearly shows the developers' effort to make Skate a more social and challenging experience, adding value for both solo and group players. The focus on cooperation and communication brings a new layer to the gameplay that, personally, I see as one of the most relevant steps to keep the community active and engaged in the game in the long term. If you're like me, who grew up dreaming of those old videos of Rodney Mullen spinning the skateboard around his foot like magic, this Skate update in Season 2 is like a gift from the gods of street skating. The new impossible flips, including front foot, nollie impossible, and nollie back foot, have just arrived for the first time in the entire series, and they can be held late coming out of grinds or manuals. This changes everything in the lines we build in Sandvan. Personally, I spent hours on the Casper Hotel rooftop testing this, and man, the feeling of seeing the board wrap around your foot perfectly while you maintain your balance is addictive, as if the game had finally captured that raw essence of real skateboarding that was missing before. Now think about the freedom this brings to the sessions. An impossible late coming out of a long grind in the Eelside Tunnel, or a held front foot to stretch the combo in the air before manualing to the rails. I always complained that the previous Skate seemed limited in the more tech flips, but these new variants, especially the nollie ones, give a switch touch that I love to vary the approaches and surprise friends in the Own the Lot co-op. It's personal for me because I play a lot solo at night, and it makes me feel pro without needing a party, just grinding and flipping until the virtual sun rises in Sandvan. What won me over was the fluid animation. The front foot impossible rotates with a vertical wrap that looks real, not forced, and combining it with late flips from manuals opens doors to insane combos that I never imagined in this engine. Remember those classic clips where Mullen invented this underground? Here in update 0.29.1, it's as if they had listened to all the community's requests and delivered not only the base impossible, but variations that fit any stance. I'm hyped to see lines with nollie back foot in weekly challenges. This will definitely raise my rip score. For those who are grinding ranks, these tricks are gold. Hold an impossible held on a high vert wall with expanded drop-in, and the score explodes. I tested it in a party, and the guys freaked out
when I put a nollie impossible late from a fakie grind. It's the kind of move that makes you want to record every replay in the new advanced edit mode. Deep down, this reminds me why I love Skate. Innovation that respects the roots, letting me create clips that I would post on skate.reel without shame. Seriously, if you haven't downloaded 0.29.1 yet, run to Skatepedia and learn the inputs. It's worth every initial wipeout. These impossibles are not just additions, they transform the game into an infinite tech playground. And I'm already addicted to chains that mix this with the new Handplants. Sandvan has never seemed so alive for personal street tricks like mine.
Handplants have always been that trick that gives instant style and that feeling of total control on the skateboard and vert. And now with 14 new variations added in Season 2, Skate has finally taken this art to the next level. The variety of one foot, no foot, and tweaked and fakie adds not only more flexibility, but also more personality to the lines you can create on ramps and bowls. In addition, the variable holds for the Handplants give that touch of breath for you to hold the trick for as long as you want, completely changing the vibe of your rollout. Testing these new variations in Park Central for a few sessions made me realize how the game now offers a playground of possibilities, especially for those who like to exaggerate the style and fluidity of the session. The chain of different Handplants, combining tweaked with no foot or one foot, allowed me to assemble almost artistic sequences that were previously just a dream for what the game allowed. Each hold is a decision of expression at that moment that seems like you're drawing in the air with the skateboard. The increased feeling of control with the possibility of chaining is also something that caught me in a way. Before, the timing of the Handplant seems rigid and limited. Now I can play on the edge, holding or releasing according to the rhythm of the music, the mood, and even the emotion of the moment. It's as if skateboarding wasn't just a game, but an extension of the body, and that makes all the difference when you want that line with flow and identity in vert. One thing that is clear to me is that these 14 new variations are a gift for those who are fans of ramp skating for real, breaking the monotony. And the tweaked and fakie open a new range of possibilities that I have been eagerly waiting for, because the feeling of changing the trick at that moment of recognition on the edge of the ramp gives an adrenaline that few games can transmit. This leaves room for a lot of creativity, especially in combos that mix Handplants with flips and grabs, in a true show of skill. For those who value style and want to stand out, mastering these new Handplant variations is mandatory. I feel that the game now rewards precision and timing more than ever, making each session unique. And for those who record videos, the visual impact of these new poses and transitions is something to leave everyone's jaws dropped in the online community. Without a doubt, one of those updates that change the way we see virtual skateboarding. The skate.Pass Season 2 Future Radical arrived like a turbo in the initial progression, with tuning that accelerates the first pages so you don't get stuck at the beginning, and more Sandvan bucks, SVB, falling to fill your pocket quickly. This caught me in a way because I always hated grinding slowly in the early game, and now I feel that the progress flows naturally, like a perfect line without unnecessary wipeouts. Personally, I've already completed the initial tiers in one session alone in Park Central, spending SVB on new boards that match my street tech style. The support for the Legacy Pass is brilliant, keeping all the progress from Season 1 intact, so nothing is lost and you jump straight to the hype of the new season without frustrating reset. I, who have been invested since the launch, saw my rank rise seamlessly, mixing old rewards with the fresh ones, and that makes me come back every day to the Own the Lot co-op without pressure. It's as if the game said, "Continue where you left off, skater." And for me, who plays casually but consistently, this transforms the pass into a faithful partner for the long nights. With 100 tiers in total and 92 new items, rad clothes, customizable boards, and wheels that scream future radical, the Battle Pass has become a treasure chest of visual treasures that elevates the drip in Sandvan. I tested a new board with a futuristic grip on vert walls, and the visual tweaked with my Tier 50 outfit gave me that boost of confidence to try insane impossibles. I love how each unlock seems personal, like pieces that I would choose in real life for an underground session, The party voice chat with beacons on the communications wheel is the social upgrade that Skate needed to transform solo sessions into fun chaos with the brothers, activating directly in the configs with individual mute and clear status icons for everyone to know who's on. Personally, I, who play a lot at night, tested this in the Own the Lot co-op, and man, hearing the wipeouts of friends in real time while we shout, "Late flip there," became the highlight of my nights in San Van. It's like being on the street with the crew, only without the traffic getting in the way of the lines. The beacon on the communications wheel makes it easy to invite the buddies with a quick click without annoying menus, and the status icons show who's muted or ready for the ramp. Pure flow to assemble instant parties. I love it because before it was hell to coordinate via text. Now I launch a beacon in Park Central, and in seconds, everyone is chaining expanded handplants, laughing at each other's fails. This makes me feel truly connected, like those old sessions with the kids in the local bowl. The voice chat with individual mute is gold to avoid rage quits. If someone is tilted and screaming, mute and continue the line without drama, keeping the vibe high. I spent hours in the Eelside Tunnel with the guys hyping new impossibles, and the voice chat gave that personal layer that elevates the collective score. Beacons flashing to call reinforcements mid-session is brilliant to extend the fun. For me, who enjoys the community side of skateboarding, this transforms the game into a living hub. These beacons are not just practical, they create momentum. See a friend's icon nearby and invite them to the vert wall, mixing voice with fresh tricks from 0.29.1 for insane lines in a group. I tested in a full party, muting the guy who only complains about SVB, and focused on the hype. Feeling of pro team without toxicity, perfect for my post-work marathons where skateboarding is escape and hangout. Seriously, activate the party voice chat now, and use beacons to own the lot like never before. It's what was missing for Skate to become the king of casual multiplayer. Personally, it has already become routine to invite the crew to the weekly challenges, and the sound of laughter in the voice while we drop no-foot handplants is unforgettable. San Van is more radical with this social feature on point. The new persistent skateable areas like Casper Hotel Rooftop, Eelside Tunnel, Museum Roof Patio, and Canal Buildings are now open forever in San Van, with more challenges spread across these spots and the rest of the city. This is the dream of any skater who hates temporary locks. Personally, I, who spend hours exploring rooftops at night, jumped straight to the Casper Hotel to test new impossibles on the rooftop, and the feeling of total freedom without a timer made me lose track of time in insane lines with expanded handplants. It's as if San Van had really grown, becoming an eternal playground for my street vert setups. The Eelside Tunnel became my instant favorite spot, with those perfect long grinds for late flips and party beacons echoing while the crew arrives. New challenges there reward chaining with fat SVB that fills the pass quickly. I love it because before these places were quick teases, now I assemble complete sessions in the tunnel, mixing nollie backfoots with drops to the canals, and the natural flow makes me feel pro-local without leaving home. For me, who enjoys the solo grind but with a community vibe, this elevates each rollout to another level. Museum Roof Patio brings that urban tech with rails and gaps that ask for precision, and the extra challenges there force creativity with the handplants tweaked and fakey. I tested in voice chat with the buddies, and everyone freaked out in the replays. The canal buildings complete the package with high walls for 1-foot handplants, and accessing everything persistent means that I can go back to the spots anytime, evolving my lines day after day without event pressure. This gets me addicted because it transforms exploration into real progression, like evolving from noob to legend in San Van Own Your Way. These areas are not just extra maps, they inject new life into the challenges of all San Van, with objectives that mix the fresh tricks of 0.29.1 for explosive scores in the rip score. I spent an entire session at the museum roof calling beacons to friends, and the chaos of wipeouts in the canal became a highlight on skate.real. Personally, it's what I asked for since the launch. persistent spots that respect the time of the casual player like me. The Advanced Replay Editor with Advanced Edit Mode has arrived to revolutionize how we capture and edit those epic moments, bringing precise trim, keyframes, camera interpolation with adjustable FOV, tilt, and roll, as well as targets and framing for perfect cinematic clips. Personally, I, who have always recorded lines at the Casper Hotel rooftop to post on skate.reel, spent hours in the Eelside Tunnel testing this for the first time, and man, transforming an impossible nollie backfoot into a slow-mo pro with smooth rolling camera gave me chills. It's like having a Hollywood studio in the skateboard's pocket. The fixes for stuttering and slow export mean that now the replays flow without lag, ready for instant share with the crew in voice chat. The power of keyframes and camera interpolation is insane. You mark key points in the handplant 1 foot tweaked and fakie on the museum roof patio, adjust the tilt to follow the board spinning, and the FOV opens to capture the drop to the canal buildings, all seamless. I love it because before, the edit seemed amateur, full of jitter, but now I assemble dynamic angles that hype the beacons to the buddies, like an impossible late flip coming out of grind with cinematic roll that looks like real footage from Sandvan streets. For me, who enjoys the creative side of skateboarding beyond the grind, this elevates solo sessions into productions worthy of pro. Targets and framing give total control, focusing on your future radical pass setup while the camera chases long manuals without losing the flow, and the trim cuts wipeouts to leave only the hype rolling. I tested in Park Central with Party On, exporting a chain of no-foot handplants to the Own the Lot co-op, and without the old slow export, I posted on reel in minutes. The stuttering fixed makes each replay buttery smooth, perfect for the tears of the pass. This gets me addicted because it transforms fails into edited lessons, making me analyze lines like a real skater evolving. The technical fixes are the silent hero. Stuttering gone means stable keyframes for crazy interpolation on the vert wall of the canal, and fast exports free up time for more sessions instead of wait. I spent an entire night in advanced edit mode refining a replay of the Casper rooftop with wide FOV for the insane grabs, and sharing via beacons on the communications wheel became the new social hangout. Personally, it's what was missing for Skate to beat the competitors in content creation. Seriously, open the replay editor now, post 0.29.1, and create magic with these tools. It's the upgrade that makes Sandvan clips become eternal virals. I'm already hyped editing weekly challenges with tilt rolls to friends in voice chat, and the feeling of director in skateboarding has never been so accessible. Each line is now a work of art ready for the world.
Retribution! Oh yeah, we want retribution!